Hello there, I'm Wayne Deswood. This is my second video in which I want to talk about today taking action. Now, I guess most people, well, it's definitely most successful people, would probably think, yeah, what's the big deal about this? So what? Well, definitely for someone like me, and before my whole awakening process started, I was always afraid to start things. Or I was always afraid to finish it because it meant going to that next level and perhaps meant making a mistake, fucking up. And without the courage to take action, we don't go anywhere. Well, one of my biggest things last year, especially like not long before my awakening started, was me taking action. Me taking action on a gut feeling. Now, okay, fork in the road. Me going off a gut feeling. I woke up one morning and there was this feeling. Actually, it was more than just a feeling. It was like almost something that came from within. And it was clear as day. Go south, leave your phone behind. Now, these two things were very, very scary for me to just, pack a bag. Where am I going? Trust the road. And so I did it. I left my phone behind, packed a bag for a couple of days, got in my car, and just drove south. Now, at the time, maybe for most free people, this would have been no problem, no big deal. But for me, this was something to face. Going into the unknown, not being able to control everything. Now, this ended up being a very, very fruitful, I guess you'd say, journey, which was probably about 3 hours round. Drove out to a place just past Wollongong called Port Kembla, wound up on a beach. And it was after there, doing a little bit of meditation and everything else that I knew what I had to do, right? So at this point, I'm like, okay, I knew what I had to do. And so I thought, oh, well, screw it. I'm just going to keep driving. But then there was that gut feeling that was just like, go home. You know what you have to do. A second part of needing to take action where it was something else scary, where I actually had to call something off with a woman. It was all very, tricky scenario. So anyway, that's just one story. Like, taking action means that we step out. We do things. We don't just stay in our comfort zones. Because growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It doesn't matter whether you're on a spiritual journey or whether you're in a journey of just normal life. Whether it be a job or skills or new things, anything like that. And so, and then there's another time. So it was the evening of the 23rd of December this year. Here I am, meditation. And once again, that heart ping flat out says to me, go to Melbourne. That's right, it's Melbourne. For you Americans out there, it's not Melbourne, it's Melbourne. And so I asked, I said, well, how am I supposed to get there? When am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go tomorrow? And so, boom, that moment. Plane flew straight over our house. Yes, we live on a flat path. But at the same time, planes don't just fly over all the time. It was like right after I'd made that message. It's like right after I'd asked that question, plane came over. I was like, okay. So I booked my tickets for the red eye the very next morning, about 4 hours later. So, got up, I did it. You know, I mean, at this point, I'd already taken action on a gut feeling of quitting my job last year. And still unemployed. Irresponsible, perhaps. But one of the biggest things was that I checked my frequent flyer points. And I had just enough points to be able to fly down to Melbourne and then fly back on Christmas morning. Once again, that was a big thing of me just going, why am I going? Like, what am I doing? So I was, so here I am, just walking around Melbourne, having no idea where I'm going. So here I am getting off so I got off at the airport, saw a bus, and it said to go to somewhere called Frankston. So I've looked up to see where this is, how much it was going to cost. It was going to cost me like 80 Australian dollars. Now, considering I didn't have much money at the time, I thought, I'm not doing that. So I made my way to St Kilda, via tram. And it was there that I had an answer for me there. So I'm walking around and I've decided to, donate some books that I've got because I was supposed to sell them to someone in Melbourne. So I'm following my nose. I can smell food at this point. I'm hungry. I've got fuck all money. And next thing I know, come around the corner and I see an op shop, an opportunity shop. I remember I got these books in my bag, so I thought, stuff it, let's do it, So I've gone in there, and they said, by the way, next door, they're cooking food. Now at this point, I'm bloody hungry. And so I've rocked up there, and there was someone there that was, I don't know, had a message for me. I was supposed to be there. So I sat down and I talked to her for a while, telling her about, my journey and her journey through life, where I'm going. And that message at that time was, home is where the heart is. Home is wherever we are. And so so at that point, I thought, okay, cool. That was just one of the messages that I was supposed to receive. And so also, after that, I went and got a free feed. Here I am with my rucksack, and so I'm talking to a lot of these people that are down and out and gaining a lot of insights to life. I guess maybe more insights into being free. But had I not taken action when that gut feeling had told me to, I wouldn't have gained these things. The day progressed, and I had a few other lessons, but I would not have gained these insights into not just being free, but going with the flow. Because when you get the call to action from that gut feeling, from, call it your higher self, maybe from your guides, that there's a reason why you're being called to action. There's a reason why you're being told, advised on what to do, because we all have free will. As much as we may have a life plan, during our time of, after we die, after the body dies, we go back upstairs, and, onto another plane of existence. But taking action's where it's at. Stepping out of our comfort zones. And just being ourselves. So, I guess one of the biggest things is just do it. What else is another thing? Another thing is doing this. I remember, when was it? It was about 3 weeks ago. I had no idea what my purpose was or what I was supposed to be doing. And I had the idea, from my previous video about letting go, in which I thought, okay, I have some insights that might be able to help people. But then, boom, I was meditating a couple of weeks back. During that week, all of January is a month of crazy energy. What was it? To do YouTube, to start. So, here I am, once again, stepping out. Because, the age-old adage, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Well, it all makes you more pissed off. So, I guess I'll stop rambling. And I'll leave you fine folks to your days. Have a good one. Signing off.